Welcome back, everyone, to the All Sports Network. Yeah, some big stuff happened today with the Celtics. I don't think anyone really expected this. I know some people assumed that Danny Ainge would step down a few years ago. At some point, obviously soon. Just because I know he had some health issues. I don't know if it's a history of health issues, but I know he had some health issues. With the heart attack and whatnot, and so I hope he gets better now that he doesn't have to worry about a job that I assume causes a lot of stress. Especially when you're running an organization like the Celtics. But yeah, Brad Stevens, he's what really surprised me because he stepped down as coach. Now I guess he's the head of basketball operations and whatnot. Though, I mean, I personally do believe he will do a good job. Um, Whether he knows all the nicks and crannies to, contracts and whatnot, I don't know. um, but I'm sure he'll do a good job. I mean, he's been working with Danny Ainge for years now, and I know a lot of people say Danny Ainge sucks. He's overrated. I know a lot of people say that about Brad Stevens as well. But in reality, though, they don't suck. And maybe Danny Ainge is a little tad bit overrated. I don't know. But I think that management wise, though, the Celtics are in good hands. Um, I do understand with Danny Ainge, though, there will be a lot of people that will be fairly negative, though. But I think, honestly, if if the last guy you had left you with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, that's pretty darn good. And this was, to me, this was a little confusing from Brad Stevens, just because I assume when you're gonna be the head of management or whatever, you would want to be with a team that it doesn't have so many questions and problems. But you know what? I'm sure he's confident he can do his best to fix them, and I think so as well because he's been coaching for a while now, so he should know he should know exactly what he needs, or he should know what the next coach needs and whatnot, though. So, especially what Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown need, because he's coaching for a few years now, so he should know this player would be great with whatnot, all that stuff. Um, so yeah, now possible head coaches. Uh, in my opinion, I feel like the best choice out there is Kenny Atkinson. What we saw in Brooklyn, I think, was not a fluke at all. D'Angelo Russell, in my opinion, is a very overrated player simply because he's not efficient. And I believe that if you give Kenny Atkinson young talent, he will at least do his best with that young talent. Now, I don't know if he's a good playoff coach or whatever though, but he's proven he can be a great developmental coach, and why not? Honestly, because who's better than him? I'm sure the Celtics don't want to be um, in that group of teams that have to fire and hire new coaches every 2 to 3 years, or sometimes every year. I'm sure they don't want that, and the Celtics being in the East, they should know better than that. Than most teams exactly how good Kenny Atkinson's coaching is. I'm not, an NBA GM or whatever, so I could be totally wrong. Kenny Atkinson could just be bad, but his track record looks pretty good. So yeah. Now going into the off season, aside from coaching and whatnot, though, roster moves. I feel like this team's number one priority will be to move Kemba Walker. Al Horford was moved, so I believe you can move Kemba. Now, I also believe that you probably won't get anything back, and that you will have to give something up. You know, um, because Kemba isn't exactly a player that teams necessarily need at the moment. Um, nor is he a player that just doesn't really fit that well with your time. Like he could actually work alongside Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum. The problem is though, is the money. If he was getting paid significantly less, I'm sure the time he spent out with injuries or whatever would not be as bad. But you gotta give up. You might have to give up a first round pick or something like that. Just to get rid of Kemba, and I think that they should simply because right now you want to build around Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum. You know, and you want to have that 36 mil, right? You want to have that available. You know, do I believe they will re-sign Evan Fournier? No. I don't think so. And I feel like before I had some questions of Marcus Smart's free agency. He seems like a guy that seems to like playing under Brad Stevens. Like again, I could be wrong because I'm not there on the sidelines. I'm not there in the coaches huddle or whatever though. But he seems like a guy that likes to play under Brad Stevens. And Brad Stevens seems to like Marcus Smart. I mean, he's played him a lot. They've been together for a long time now. So I believe that Evan Fournier will be let go and that Marcus Smart will be extended. Honestly, just because Brad Stevens should know more than anyone how good Marcus Smart is defensively. He can be inconsistent offensively, of course, but you can't deny that this guy, at his best, and I'm being serious when I say this, he's a defensive player of the year caliber player, and he's a guard. So, yeah, I'm confident that Marcus Smart will get re-signed though, just because, I mean, this year though, I guess he had some injury issues and whatnot though, but him and Brad Stevens have always seemed to have gotten along and whatnot though. But yeah, no, Kemba will move though. Um, I'm sure that they will get a center somewhere somehow. I don't know though, but I'm sure something like that would happen. I'm sure Brad Stevens recognizes. I'm sure he misses probably having someone like an Al Horford out there. I don't believe they'll get someone of Al Horford's caliber, to be honest with you. But I'm sure they'll do better than Mortiz Wagner or something like that though in terms of acquiring new talent. Um, but yeah, so lots of questions, lots of concerns, but you know, I guess we'll just have to wait and see, honestly, because I feel like getting a coach and stuff like that. If, like I said, if they can get a good coach though, I feel like they'll be pretty set. You know, but again, we don't know. We don't know what's gonna happen. For all we know, they could get below average or average NBA coach. I don't know. Like, this is one of the hardest things to talk about, honestly, because they could be scouting someone overseas. They could be scouting someone in college. They could. It's like so many people that we don't even know of that they could have in mind. And so, like I said, though, we're just gonna have to wait and see. But I don't feel like the Celtics fans should be so disappointed, honestly, as I've seen. I'm not saying everyone is though, but I've seen that on online a little bit though. So I'm confident that at least this team will be a playoff team again next year. Especially if Jalen Brown comes back healthy. I mean, so yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching though. Please subscribe and share and like the vid.